Ladies and gentlemen, Ewoks, Wookiees, and various assorted Trash Pandas, this is the White Trash Panda. Welcome to today's episode. We are playing, obviously, Super Mario Bros. 3, one of the greatest games of all time. And today we're going to be talking about crazy crap that happened while I was in prison. So, starting off, I don't know, worst to best, I suppose. Craziest to simplest. So I'm in quarantine facility, which in my state, when you first go to prison, they put you in a quarantine facility. It's not really like a medical quarantine, but they, at least it wasn't then. Who the heck knows now with the freaking Rona, but, this planned scamdemic. Anyway, so you are sent to this quarantine facility and all this administrative crap happens. They go through your file and they figure out your education level and your, the nature of your crime, and that determines various factors, whether or not you've been in before, what your sentencing time, all these things factor into your classification, which determines what security level you're going to be in, what programs you require before they'll let you out, and all this kind of crap. So, I was in quarantine. I fell. I died. Xbox controller is not conducive to an NES game. Just so you know. Anyway, I'm re-recording this because the first time the audio was all jacked up. I'm having a lot of technical difficulties. Maybe I should try something, I don't know. I've been using OBS. I'm fairly familiar with OBS, but maybe I should try Streamlabs or Labs or whatever the heck it is. I don't know. Maybe I should try some other recording software because this is not being kind to me. Anyway, I believe the audio levels are more appropriate this time. The game sound was blasting, overpowering my voice, which normally I wouldn't mind, but, you're not here to just watch me play a stupid game. You're here for the stories. If you're here at all. Which, Lord knows why you would want to be, but that's not the point. Anyway. So yeah, I'm in quarantine. There were one-man cells at the time. I heard they went up to two-man afterward. But there were one-man cells, and I got kind of friendly with my neighbor, the guy in the cell next to me. And seemed like an alright guy. He'd been down before, so he knew the game, so to speak. And, as they say, he put me up on game and kind of showed me the ropes a bit. Made sure I didn't get myself killed before I even got to a destination joint. Because, new people are dumb. Kids are dumb. I'm dumb. I was really dumb then. I was freaking, I mean, I say kid, I was 21 when I went in, so, I mean, I'm pushing 40 now, so kind of a kid. Anyway, oh crap, that was not pleasant. Yeah, so one more, what they do is for, and I died again. For mealtime, like, you're locked in your cell most of the day. They let you out 1 hour a day for yard, and then they'll let you out for, you know, certain things, religious services or mandatory things like orientation, various classification activities, interviews, whatever you want to call them. It's been a long time. I don't entirely remember how everything went. But the point being, you're locked in your cell basically all day, every day. They only let you out for certain activities at certain times, and obviously for meals. The cell doors had electronic locks, so they could all be opened from a single switch on each floor. They didn't open the entire cell block at once, although they probably had that capability, but I never saw them do it. Trash Panda Mario, going into level 2. So one morning I'm sleeping, and you know, it's prison. You don't exactly have an alarm clock. So I overslept a bit, and I didn't hear them calling for chow, morning chow, breakfast. But I did wake up to the sound of them opening the cell doors. Crap. Now I'm just regular Mario. No, I want to be Trash Panda. So, yeah. Wake up to them breaking the cells, breaking the doors, opening the doors. I'm realizing that I tend to mumble and not speak entirely clearly much of the time, or speak too fast, or combination thereof. I'm trying to get better at that so y'all can understand me. Yes. Anyway, so these doors, when they unlock them, you have to jump up and open them by hand, or they will lock again after a couple minutes. So I heard the doors, and I flew out of bed and caught mine before it locked again and opened it partway. And went back and got dressed and got my shoes on and all of that stuff. And probably my jacket, because it was kind of cold. It was like September. Middle or end of September. So normally the building the housing facility, the cell block, they were buildings, tall, like probably like 4 or 5 stories, but on the outside. Inside there was 3 levels. Kind of like you see in the movies, except the cells were all facing the outside of the building instead of facing each other across the building. So I normally went to, I don't know if traffic always flowed in the same direction, or if we had a choice of which stairwell to go down, because it was a stairwell at the end of at both ends of the building. So normally I went, however things normally went, I usually went to the stairwell that was closest to me, which was to the left from my cell. This time I tried to go out there, and everybody's kind of pushing me back the other direction. I have no idea what's going on because I just woke up, but I follow, flow along with traffic, whatever. And eventually I catch up with my neighbor and ask him what the hell's going on. What the heck is going on? I need to work on the swearing and all that. But I ask him what the crap is going on, and apparently someone got stabbed, someone got killed. In the stairwell, either in the stairwell or on my floor over near the stairwell, I don't remember which. And so that was why everybody was going the other direction. The guards were forcing us to go the other direction to not okay. Not interfere with his body, step on it, trample it, whatever, not see it. I don't think they cared if we saw it, but it was probably to keep anybody from stepping on it or contaminating the scene of the crime. So that was interesting. Hey, look at that. Triple shrooms, yo. 2 up. 2 up. Yeah, realizing that had I actually been awake and walked out my door as soon as they opened them, I most likely would have had to step over a corpse on my way to breakfast. Interesting times. So then there was another time, a couple of years later, at the last facility that I was at, Crap. Crap. Ah, son of a biscuit. Biscuits and gravy. I'm just gonna die and do this over again. Yeah, so that, this joint I happened to be, when I first got to this joint I was put on the yard crew. So I was one of the guys that went around cutting the grass around the prison. And, ooh, almost fell in the pit. The pit of despair. So, this particular facility, the school building and the chow hall were right next to each other, separated by an alley. It was a fairly wide alley, like your average residential street, basically. Not quite like the... dang it. I did it again. Oh, what the crap was that? I suck at this game. I used to be amazing. Not like speedrunner amazing, but, you know. I knew almost all of the secrets. So, and then across a courtyard from the school building and the chow hall, and this alley that separated them, there was a big courtyard on the one side, and across the courtyard was the command center / administrative building. Command and control, admin, whatever. Whatever you want to call it. We call it command center. So, me and the yard crew, we cut the grass all in this area, and then our supervisor told us to take a break. 15-minute break or something. So we're taking a break. We're all kind of hanging out, doing our thing. It was kind of a hot day, so most of us are staying in the shade. Some guys are sitting down. I just happened to die right there, suddenly, for no apparent reason, because of a beetle. A beetle landed on my head and killed me instantly. No. So, I'm walking around, I'm smoking a cigarette, kind of standing in the shade, and I walked over to the edge of the school building where the alley is, between the school building and the chow hall. I thought there was a one up here or something. I don't know. So I walk over and just walking around, looking around, and I glance down the alley, and I see two guys shoved up in the corner against the school building, out of sight of from the main part of the compound. The only direction you could see them from was basically where I was standing. Looked like they might have been out of view of the cameras. There might have been some upper windows on the Chow Hall building that you could see them from. I don't know. Don't remember, it was a long time ago. Anyway. So I see these two guys pushed up in the corner, and one of them, his arms moving back and forth. The guy with his back to me. And at that moment I realized that he was stabbing the other guy. And so I just casually, I very quickly turned around and casually headed the other direction because there's nothing I could do, really. First of all, they were, 50, 60 yards away from me. I would have left the line of sight of the yard crew supervisor and therefore been out of bounds and gotten myself in trouble. Probably wouldn't have, if I had run down there and tried to do something, I either would have gotten stabbed myself, or when the guards came running, I would have been blamed as an accomplice. Or got in trouble for fighting or, possession of a knife or shank or contraband or whatever. There's all kinds of things they could have done to me that, because the guards do not care. They don't give a crap about any of the inmates. They're not there to care about you. They're just there to make sure you don't cause trouble and don't try to escape. They do not care at all. They are heartless bastards. Most of them. You get a few good ones here and there, but the powers that be don't really care. So I just walked back and didn't say anything to anybody because snitches get stitches and end up in ditches. You don't tell on people when you're in prison. You just don't do that. You're at best you're completely destroying your street cred. You will lose all respect of the other inmates, even the ones that you thought were your friends. That's like the number one rule is you do not snitch. Crap. Why? No, you piece of crap. I suck at this game. I really, really suck. So, yeah, rule number one, you don't snitch. Why did I do? That was on purpose. Because what I wanted to do was this. No, this. Okay. General Lee Mario? Nah, it's too orange. Way too orange. The car was a darker orange. Anyway. Where was I? Yeah, you don't snitch. So I went back to the rest of the yard crew and didn't say a word. Just avoided going back over there. And waited for them to blow the sirens and shut down everything. Crap. You're not supposed to jump like that, punk. Yeah, just because you can't get away with... In a low-level facility like that, low security level, you can't get away with much for long. Sooner or later, plus it was a pretty high traffic area. Sooner or later, somebody was going to see it and say something to someone. Guard would see it and call it in, or maybe they were actually visible on camera. Who knows? So, it didn't take long. It was maybe 5-10 minutes before the sirens went off and everything was shut down. We were all instructed to return to our housing units. So yeah. Then, same facility, another time. I'm out on the back 40 in the yard, walking around the track, talking to a buddy of mine. And all of a sudden we see a large crowd gathering on the football field, which the track, you know, the track went around the football field, kind of like at a high school. So, it wasn't even really a football field, it was just a field. But anyway. Don't get hit by the fire snake. I feel like those things had a name, but I don't remember what it was. Like, everything in this game had a specific name. If you looked at the manual that came with the game. But, again, that was so long ago, I have no freaking idea. That was even... This was... It was probably 25 plus years ago, almost 30 years ago. Haha! Sucker! 25, 30 years ago that I owned the actual cartridge of this game with the manual and all of that. Why did I come back this... I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything. "96 seconds. Let me expand this a couple more times. So, you know, this large crowd is gathering out on a field, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what that's about. And my buddy notices it, and he was much bigger than me. He was like 6'4", 300 pounds. Went by the name Bear. So Bear kind of grabs my arm and steers me away from the crowd, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, why aren't we going that way? He's like, you don't want to go over there. I'm like, why? What's up? He's like, see that crowd? Crowds are dangerous. I'm like, oh. Okay, I understand now. Everything just finally registered, like, oh, dang, there's a whole bunch of people gathered up there, and we're in prison. That's bad. Because somebody somewhere in the middle of all that is probably getting stabbed to death, or beaten, or something along those lines. So yeah, that's crowds are bad. Crowds are bad. Stay away from crowds. Let's go play this card game real quick. Fail again. If and I remember correctly. No? No? Okay. What the heck? Well, that'll work. Alright. Oh, crap. No. That is not what I wanted. Undo save state. Yeah. Slot. We'll go slot 0. There we go. Okay. We have saved our state. We'll go one more. So yeah, prison was crazy. I saw people getting stabbed and or beaten and or other things. Violent actions. Crap. Now I'm gonna lose. No, don't hurt me. Trash Panda Mario must survive. Anyway. Alright, folks. I'm going to end it here for now. Thanks for tuning in. And stay trashy, my friends. White Trash Panda, out.